Hello. We are chapter two, data types and variables. It's quite a long chapter. I can do it under 5 minutes. So data types. In JavaScript, there are a few basic data types: numbers, strings, booleans. Numbers are representing numbers, for example, 5, 10, 23.5, etc. Strings are representing literal text. For example, this is a string. That there is strings surrounded by quotation marks, and the string 2 will not be interpreted as the number 2. Booleans are variables or values that are either true or false. There are different ways to work with each data type. For example, you can multiply two numbers, but you can't multiply two strings. With a string, when you ask for the first 5 characters, you can ask for the first 5 characters. With Booleans, you can check whether two values are both true. Numbers and operators. JavaScript lets you perform basic mathematical operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. To make these calculations, we use symbols plus, minus, asterisk, and forward slash, which are called operators. Note calculations with numbers will follow the rules of the basic math. The multiplication and division will be performed before plus or minus by calculations. Parentheses will be performed before multiplication and division. For example, 3 times parentheses 4 times 3 parentheses equals 21. So let's have a look at some code. Um, if we look at this, in this problem, the person is wanting to give 2 balloons um, for each of our guests, which was originally 15, but then increased to 9. So if we run this, just get console. Let's see. Okay, so we got 5 plus 9 times 2. What happens is it does this calculation first, 9 times 2, which gives you 43. But we want 15 plus 9 to be performed before that, so you put it in parentheses. So 15 plus 9, which gives you 24, times by 2 gives you 48. Okay, variables. JavaScript lets you give names to values using variables. You can think of a variable as a box that you can fit one thing in. If you put something else in it, the first thing goes away. Declaring a variable var name. The variable name in this case is name. Instantiating variable name equals single equals, in this case it's a string, so it's quotations Ulrich. Declaring and instantiating a variable in one line, var name equals quotations Ulrich. You can also give a variable a new value, like name equals Jack. Variable name will now hold the new value of Jack. Naming variables. JavaScript uses camel case naming convention. Standard practice is to have variables start with lowercase letters, so it's common to capitalize each word except for the first one, like this. Number of candies, you see the first character is lowercase, and then each word following the first character is uppercase. Okay, plus equals and minus equals operators. To increase the value of a variable by a certain amount, you can use this code. Var x equals 10, x equals x plus 5, x will then be 15. But there's a more efficient way by using plus equals and minus equals operators. So if you look at var score equals 10, so you say score plus equals 10, which results in score. The final result would be score plus 7, which gives you 17. What happens here is the variable score is declared and instantiated by the value by 10. Declared instantiated by the value of 10, and 7 is added to the score. Plus minus means the result will be score plus 7. The minus equals operator works in the same way. Score minus equals 3 will give you 14. Here the result will the score here the result will be score -3. Okay, let's look at some more code. Second here. Okay, so if we look at this, um, so you got a variable balloons, which is 100. Then you say balloons times equals 2, which then takes the result will be balloons times 2. Same with division. Say balloons is 100, and we say balloons divided by equals 4. The result will be balloons divided by 4. Okay, strings. Strings JavaScript, as in most programming languages, is just a sequence of characters which can include letters, numbers, punctuation, and spaces. You put strings between quotations so JavaScript knows that where they start and end. When you add strings, it concatenates them. Like string 1, noting quotations, plus string 2 will result in quotations, string 1, string 2, quotation. Another vaulting method JavaScript is .length, which will give you the length of the string. You can also get a specific character of a string by using a square bracket, which gets you the character by index, starting by 0. Another vaulting method is slice xy, which will return a substring starting at the index position x to the position y minus 1. Okay, you get 2 uppercase and 2 lowercase also, which will return the whole string in uppercase or lowercase respectively. Booleans. Booleans are Boolean value or simply a value that is either true or false. Booleans work with logical operators and will return true if the statement to the left and the right of the operator are true. If one of the statements are false, you will return false. Or will return true if either statements are true and return a false if both statements are false. Not is used to turn the false into true and true into false. Comparing numbers with booleans. Greater than means it returns whether the value to the left is bigger than the value on the right. Less will return the value on the right is bigger than the value on the left. Triple equals to find out if two numbers are exactly the same using the triple equal sign. Double equals, use this to see whether two values are the same, even if one is a string and the other one is a number. Okay, let's look at some code again. So in this case, we run this. Let's just refresh here. So we got a situation where a movie theater will allow certain for certain movies either you be above or 13 or above, or you're accompanied by an adult. Here we got the person with the age of 12, but is well accompanied. Age, so to see whether this person will be allowed, we say age greater equals 13 or accompanied, which should result in true. Sorry, mistake. Yeah. Give me a second. Okay, sorry about that. So we run this and it returns a true. So, finish up, we look at undefined or null. Undefined is the value in JavaScript uses when it doesn't have a value for something. For example, when you create a new variable, if you don't set a value to anything using the equals operator, its value will be set to undefined. In this case, var my variable, if you ask for my variable, it will return undefined. The null value is usually used when you want to deliberately say this is empty. Var my null variable equals null, call my null variable, it will return the null. Thank you very much. That wraps up chapter 2.